Dating. It's exciting, nerve-wracking, and sometimes a little bit confusing. On one hand, you want to make a great impression, but on the other, you're worried about accidentally stepping on toes. Our next guest is here to help us navigate the dating scene with a mix of grace and respect so we can worry less and enjoy more. Let's welcome etiquette expert. We have Heather Weiss. Heather, thanks for joining us again.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so Heather, dating can be a bit of a minefield when it comes to conversation. What are some great questions to ask on a first date that show you're interested without making things uncomfortable? Because going into a first date, we already got a lot of things going on in our head. So help us kind of start the conversations.
Right, and you hit the nail on the head. Like most of us do kind of overthink dates. I say, the do's are anything that's positive and forward thinking. Ask about travel, ask about goals or events. What are you looking forward to? Do you have pets? Do you watch any shows? Are you reading any books? Ask about like that and
Mhm.
avoid topics that can be laced with a little bit of judgment. What
Mhm.
is your job? Anything about finances. Right on the first date. These are things you're obviously going to go into later if
Yeah.
there is a later, but they are not necessarily good to be.
That's fair. You start off a little lighthearted, and maybe as dates continue on, you ask more questions to get to know them even more. Let's talk about setting boundaries because that can be tricky, especially when we want to be kind and not offend anyone. How can we express our limits in a way that is polite but still ensures we're comfortable?
I like to start with a question because as much as you need to express your boundaries, you're there to learn theirs as well. So the way to set that up that might feel a little less awkward as opposed to going in, this is what I want, this is what I need, and these are my
Mhm.
boundaries. I would start with, I would know a little more about you. What are you comfortable with? Are there things that you kind of want to stay away from here in the beginning? And then once that's heard, this is where I stand as well. And state your boundaries.
There we go. Showing that genuine interest between one another, asking each other questions, I think makes a great first date. We've all heard some do's and don'ts when it comes to dating, but what are the big ones we should really keep in mind to make sure the date goes smoothly as possible?
Oh man, I mean, the dude.
It's a
This
loaded
is where it
question.
all. I know, right? How much time do we have? So right there in the beginning, the dudes definitely bring your best, right? People say dress to impress. I don't love that phrase anymore because how many of us are truly like, oh, who do I need to impress? Say dress respect yourself, dress to show that you know how to respect another person. Think about what you're wearing, show up on time. You Bring a couple of questions, but don't rely on your questions as much as your listening skills. Let those be a prompt to get into a genuine conversation. And if you get somewhere and decide that, you don't have a connection with this person, this might be the only date you ever have, stay engaged, respect the person all the way to the end of the conversation and wrap it up. Be clear and concise, kind, really kind.
Okay, we only have like 10 seconds, but I want to ask you real quickly, who pays the bill?
The person who invites.
Oh, I love that.
Here.
Okay, perfect answer. Heather, always a pleasure having you on, and thanks for giving us your dating etiquette tips. You can tap into modern elegance by going to bellinvito.com.